So what I have been doing with this barbarian is that I drop the possibly very nice Chaos Sanctuary drops to this mule, so I can make future identifying session videos. I have been stashing jewelry with my Bones Necromancer and gear with my Barbarian. Hopefully we will find something actually very good when at one of those sessions. I don't know. Eventually it will happen. Well, sometimes something like that happens. Uh, my barbarian is very good. He can handle anything. But when a physical immune with stone skin, gold enchanted, and something else like extra fast appears, I go use Berserk and I get frozen because I don't have cannot be frozen because it kind of helps whirlwind. So I need to do something about it. So far I thought of having a hawkmail on stash to use Berserk. Some noise up there. So I can use Berserk without getting frozen, and or Bone Flesh to open wands and have the wands deal with that annoying replenish life. Look at that. Sometimes I hit many times in a row, sometimes I do not. Although I'm level 82, which is very high, my chance to hit him with Berserk is 73%, which is high, but maybe not high enough. I either need a closer level to 99, or I still don't have Battle Cry, but I don't think Battle Cry works on champion packs. I don't remember. I have not used Battle Cry in years. So once I get this level, I'll put my Battle Cry point. It is here. But I don't think Battle Cry would work against this monster, this particular monster. So, any thoughts? What can I do about it? Hawkmail, Bone Flesh. You cannot cast amplified damage with something at classic, as far as I know. So I don't know. Crushing Blow does not work because it is physical damage, right? So if I stack Rattle Cage, Goblin Toe, and Bone Snap, it won't do a thing. I wonder how to deal better with such monsters. And you might say, just run through it. Don't waste your time killing it. Okay, but sometimes Infector of Souls spawns just like that. And right after you cleared all Sanctuary, the last monster spawns like that. And you may say, just leave game and come back with another character. Yes, but I wanna theory craft another solution. please make a comment to help me out. Even if it is, you're gonna work it out somehow. Let's grab that level 83. I think this mob will be enough. As you can tell, I have a pretty good mission, but Gun Awards have the best mission penalties, if any at all. So if I can use against Oblivion Knights just as well. And there you go, level 83. Currently I have 100 hard points in strength in case I wanna wear silks for a Battle Waters only approach. Nothing in dexterity, nothing in energy, and everything else in vitality. With my current set, 3.4k life. And I'm finally putting my hard point on Battle Cry to work my attack rating against hard mobs. That's it. So, what I found out, and I didn't know, I never had tried it before, was the War Cry works on Diablo. So, although it says 62%, it is probably a higher number. And I got nice drops. Yes, 11 Irathas, I'll give it to my Sorc. The others I'll save to an identification video, soon to come. And that's nice to know. So since you can war cry, since you can battle cry Diablo, that means only one combo piece of attack rating based on level should probably be just fine, especially at a higher level like 90. I'm 83, so I'm less concerned about not using Asarus boots and belt and or angelic combo. So it takes a bazillion runs to level. The point that you may only wanna hit champion packs only. Is it lagging? I think it is. Oh no. I can't know for sure if I'm here or there. I'm lagging. Or not. But I think I am. Anyway. Let's level up. I'm on a burner. I have to be fast. Yes, I level it. Too much things to look at. Hit me. Hit me, please. Hit me. We are a sword. Hit me. But the red thing is burning my mana, so he hits me and the mana. Son of a guy. That's a nice combo you two got. Please hit me. Thank you. Not you.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
I don't wanna use potions, please. I'm level 84 anyway, that's what I wanted to show. It was not, I did not mean to show how one Stormcaster can compromise my build. So, level 84. Nice. So, this is a good example of the power of Night Smoke. I'm gonna find someone to hit me. Don't infer me, just hit me. And I'm full mana. You notice it. You notice that I did not hit. It was not a leeching thing. It was the pure power of the Night Smoke belt. So whenever you face a mana burner or you
I am overburdened.
and I don't know, you simply get your mana down to 0 or 1. The mana cost for Whirlwind is 22.5. That's huge for a barbarian. So what do? You go to a monster that will probably physical hit you, and then you get some mana back. It will be a different amount depending on which monster you choose to do that, or which monster is close by. But most of the time, if not all of the time, it is enough to whirlwind once again. And once you do it again, you can start leeching. Or at least choosing which packs you are gonna hit from first to guarantee some leeching. That's why I value this belt a lot, and I think it's not only the best choice for Whirlwind PvM Barbarian at Classic, but it is the only choice because that's such a quality of life while you're playing. If I had Asarus boots and belts now, I would be hitting so much better. I would, let me show you. Here says 71% average chance to hit Stormcaster. If I have Asarus combo on, it will become 82. That's a lot better, especially against bosses, Diablo and such. However, 70 is plenty enough to actually hit and play the game, and the quality of life of the Night Smoke belt. I see people on videos saying that this belt is not as good as it looks like, that it doesn't do what it is written. At LOD maybe, but here at Classic, that's a fantastic melee belt for sure. I would use it on a bow Amazon if I could. Normally I do Death Sash for the cannot be frozen and increase attack speed, but if I could, I would. And even at sorcerers, it is not that bad of a choice because you can teleport into a bad place, be hit by a mana burner, and out of nothing you have mana to teleport once again. So that's amazing. So I just got at the level 85, and I'm gonna finally put my first point at find item. 1 in fight potion, 1 in fight item, which gives me 24% after battle orders, which is almost nothing. but it is something. So I don't need to level anymore. Diablo, let's see with the battle orders. With my current set, I have a decent chance to hit Diablo. And capped resistances. Uh, I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about gear next. I think it's what is left. I did skills already. They're pretty much done. I'll either raise find item or speed movement from now up to level 99. So at 95 it will be level 11. 96, 7, 8, and 9. It will be level 19 at level 99. So I can either be speedy or raise my defense. Either way, it will be, this is stamina, not speed. Either way works very nice. So I'll decide that once I hit 99 if I ever do it. So I'm level 85 now, and I want to talk about some gear options and my experience so far with what is my first ever classic high level whirlwind barbarian. Initially, I made this barb to be only a find item companion. I wasn't expecting it to be able to farm on itself. So I was using that rip sword that gives gold fine, stuff like that. I didn't have a dealing damage skill. Initially I've been using the Asarus boots and belt to have attack rating. I did not know, or at least I did not expect, that you would still need a source of attack rating combo items boost based on level, even at such a high level. At classic, a level close to 90 is extremely high. You don't get level 99 as, I won't call it easy, but as often as you can actually do it at LOD. So I was expecting to use flat attack rating bonus items, and I was aiming for, initially I was aiming for rare, not rare, unique only items attempt. So I wanted to use this elm on the very beginning because it is very good. It raises damage reduced by 7 is very defensive, very tanky. It looks way cooler than the Saigon's elm I end up using, at least in my opinion. And it is something I never used at LOD, so I was hyped for that sort of item. That's why I started with the bone snap until I actually got the perfect bone snap to check how well it can do. One of the few weapons that can have more than 200 enhanced damage on the game, although not exceptional tier, so I couldn't calculate how a normal tier with very gigantic high enhanced damage would do compared to the famous Martel de Fer. I do know both have advantages. I was expecting that the Crushing Blow would make me able to deal with 8 players game easier than the Martin de Fer. In the end, I do not play players 8 games unless if I wanna follow the only one botter that do public 7 bot team games for experience, and even then their characters are very good, they can kill, so it's not really a true test. The resistance to cold and fire are very good. 100% damage to undead is extremely good because it feels good, but it is a hidden mod. If you if you stack it with something like undead crawl with 50% damage to undead and so on, you start dealing a very high damage to Stormcasters and Oblivion Knights, which is literally 2/3 of the Chaos Sanctuary, the end farming place. So I'm in hell now, right now. I kept all resistances. And what did I realize? I was using a Cyrus belt and boot. It gave me a lot of attack rating, but it was still not enough. I was level 60-ish, 65, something like that. Now I have it with the silence that if I were now at level 85, I would have only 3.7k, which is not the goal. The goal is around 5k. That allows me to hit Diablo for only 63%, which works, which is enough to play, to have a comfort quality of life when play. But I was expecting more, and I thought to myself, well, I'll get something around level 99 and it will be over. Well, even at level 99, it won't show something like 95%, which is what I aim. I actually don't know what it will show, but I'm kind of close to 99 by now. And not only that, using the Cyrus combo, I lost my favorite item of the build, Night Smoke. I already recorded how powerful Night Smoke belt is, and I will not consider ever a Cyrus combo because I do want to have this character with Night Smoke belt. That's final. So I chose gold skin, and I actually got my first and only ever perfect gold skin at classic, which is huge. That's armor has a gigantic all resistance of 35%. Look how much I get without it, and I do have 20 hard points at natural resist. Some guides say only 6 points are plenty, but I have 20. I can get 1 battle orders point, and it becomes 22, still 68. So not enough without the gold skin. If I do gold skin, not gold skin, if I don't do gold skin and go for the Dusk Deep, I get very high resistances that might do it. I will not die easily with 73 or 71, but I still need attack rating. Look at 421 attack rating. I have 18% chance to hit Diablo, so that's a no-no. What are the possible sources of attack rating? The Berserker's combo, which is the armor and elm do such combo. I cannot use the axe. I'm a bone snap build. I'm not an axe build, and even if I were, that damage of Berserker's axe is terrible, so it is not a thing. The elm is the piece that gives the attack rating, but well, unless I'm constantly enchanted or something, it has to be elm and armor. I only get 50 life, but I get +1 to barbarian skills, which is strong. So it raises my resistance via natural resistance. I get 1% currently. It gives me more life through battle orders and a little bit more defense and speed. Oh, not much. Literally 4% speed. So that can be a thing. I can hit Diablo for a nice chunk. 59 is workable. But in the end, I look cooler this way. I prefer this visual of compared to Saigons. But Saigons does exactly the same boost to attack rating. In my case, at level 85, 680. Let's check it. 680. But instead of 50 life, it gives me the amazing, gigantic, in my eyes at least, my point of view, 10% life stolen. Many guides say that Saigons is not a end game piece. Dude, how can somebody tell me that? The only way to have a better solution would be using Angelic Ring and Amulet, because they do give more attack rating than Saigons, and Asarus. Asarus gives more than Saigons. I just showed, I think. At my current level, Asarus gives me 850, which is way better than 680. So, but even then, Angelics, each ring will give you about 1k. That's uncomparable. So, not only that, Saigons, for what I have spoken already, is amazing. But you can have that with any piece. You can have that. Oh, I have to drop something. You can have that with the boots, for example, which are amazing boots. They give some running, some flat attack rating, gigantic cold resistance. That's not bad at all. They kept my cold resistance at hell. However, the preferred piece, most people on the internet, on old videos, use the belt. I already told that this is my belt, no matter what. Even though the Saigon's belt has more pot slots, I never pot. I almost never pot. To pot, I need to be dealing with physical immune, stone skin, elemental aura enchanted, and some stormcasters around it leeching my mana. That's the only situation where I can pot that I can think of. So in the end, I chose using gloves. And why is that? What's the difference in between 50 flat attack rating boost and 30 IAS increased attack speed that Whirlwind does not require, it has that tiny 20 flat bonus to attack rating and 10 to strength, which raises damage, so there is that. It is more interesting to my set than cold resistance and only 20 to running. But talking about the IAS piece, I don't need it to roll wind, but when I deal with minions I use Berserk. And Berserk do need at least 30% IAS. If I would get IAS on another way, that would be via Death Sash with Death's Gloves. I would lose my beloved Night Smoke. I would have lower pot places, slots I should say. I would be completely immune to poison, that's one thing, but where else would I stack increased attack speed? I would end up using Twitch Throw, which is kind of a waste because I'm not blocking, I don't have a shield, and it is only 20, not 30. For the breakpoint I'm currently at, I think I need 30. So I would end up using Twitch and the Magic Find Belt Gold Wrap for a 30. I can't see that happening. I would... The only way to do that would, for Cannot Be Frozen, including that, Cannot Be Frozen is a thing, is exchanging Bone Snap for the Martel de Fur and having a Martel de Fur with 30 IAS. That's not an easy find at all. I know perfect Bone Snap is very rare, but even low enhanced damage Bone Snap can't cut it, so that's why I started the build. I wanted to be as budget as possible, and Saigon's drops on normal Mephisto. You can literally farm it when you are level to 30, let's say, to do it with quality of life. So, dude, you get most of your end game build at normal if you stop to think about it. So, if I don't go gold skin, which is what I end up using, to cap resistance I use some prismatic amulet. That is not enough because my boots have dual resistance, but it would change completely the build. I would actually having a whole new puzzle. I would be using Dusk Deep to have high resistances and probably Tear Haunt. Then, luckily with some rare ring find, I'm using Dual Manaud. This is the best ring find so far with resistances. Sadly not mana, it is life. If it was mana I would be using that. It gives me everything that I can ask for. Attack rating, amazing. Leech, amazing. I wish it was mana. Strange raises my damage, so it is amazing. Replenish life is amazing. It counters poison. It is overpowered in my eyes, but it spawns with cold resistance and lightning resistance. Even low lightning and poison will keep at least, I need only 3%, so I can still find something like that and go that route. With that route I can do Hawkmail for Cannot Be Frozen and even greater cold resistance. Once I hit level 93 or something, I can go Ice Blink to shatter and freeze things, but the equation of that requires me to have a really high level. I'm not there yet, so I can't test it properly, but you have room for that. But doing that, I'm screwed attack rating wise. I can't deal with that. And if I want flat attack rating bonus, that means forget bone snap, go for a marteau de fer or something, whatever two-handed weapon with around 200 attack rating flat. Get some leeching, one mana leeching and one life leeching with around 100 attack rating each, that's 400. Get a rare armor with a gem, I think it is the diamond that gives attack rating, I don't know by heart, but it gives 100, so that's 500. Another diamond on Elm, so you out of the blue you are seeking an Ornate Plate rare or Ornate Plate dual res, rare green shield dual res, which do not fall from the sky. You do not get it at normal Mephisto. And the build is completely shaken. You can do Angelics. Forget that 3 resistance because Cheer Hunt is not bad. And use an Angelics. And you will need a Leeching Elm. You have 2 options. The Worm Skew and the Undead Crow. I like Undead Crow better because damage to Undead, Stormcasters and Oblivion Knights. Also attack rating against them. A greater poison resistance, although you might not need more than 25. That mana boost is cute but kind of useless, and half freeze duration might be handy in the case where you don't go Hawkmail route nor Death Sash, which is my case. I like being frozen for Whirlwind better. I even enjoy being decrepified and frozen. So I like Undead Crow more. But that's only 5%. In that way, if I go Angelics, I would do Bone Flesh Armor, which I don't have one here, for another 5%. But dude, the Saigon's Elm gives me all that at once. The 10% from 2 pieces, 2 unique pieces. The attack rating from Angelic, although not as high as, but that's enough, especially if you are level 85 or plus like me. And I asked to use Berserk. I cannot see Saigon's Elm not in use if you are doing the Bone Snap route. So instead of the Prismatic Amulet, I chose to do the Eye of Athlete for another skill, which means a little bit more resistance, a little bit more life from battle orders, a little bit more walking speed, a little bit more defense, and more importantly, I jump from 10% to 17%. That's huge, that's more than enough, and that allows me to use dual Manaut instead of a life leeching ring along Manaut. Well, if I get a GG attack rating boost, I kind of like having one life leech here and one mana leech here. But to do that puzzle thing, I would have to find something like that, a barbarian with mana leech. 3% is low, I wish it was higher, and finding a prismatic amulet, rare amulet with +2 to barbarian, the berserker prefix, I think, and some leeching, dude, good luck. The Eye of the Athlete drops at normal, so That's not a choice. That is the only path to start the build, at least in my eyes. Because I don't wanna. I have Stone of Jordan here. Where is it? Oh, I don't have it anymore. I stashed it on my store. But I have extra Stone of Jordan to use on this build if I want to. However, how can I make a video saying, dude, get a 2 Stone of Jordans and you're gonna be GG? You know how long it takes for you to farm until 1 Stone of Jordan drops? That's turning a game into working for free out of nothing. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I prefer playing for hundreds of hours and by chance finding a Stone of Jordan and be like, whoa, Stone of Jordan, nice. That's my preferred way of doing things. So I chose to use the gold skin to cap everything at once, and not only that, when you are whirlwinding, you don't get 0 defense like when you run. So having a high defense armor actually matters a little against those nasty extra speed fanaticism champion packs. So that armor gives me nice things. I have up to 5 light radius here along that. That's 7, so I can actually see things at caves. That's fun. I have gigantic resistance. I have very good defense. And some gold fine to keep gambling. I've been gambling a lot lately, so I like finding great amounts of gold at the Travinco or something. I like the tier hunt. That strange gives me some damage. 922 to 931. However, 20 running is not optimal, and I don't need plus 10 all resistance. I need plus 8 only lightning and poison. That's not that rare to get a dual resistance with low numbers. Like in this case, not 8. I need 10 plus 2, 12. It's not that hard to get a 30 walking rare boots with 12 plus on lightning res and poison res. So I don't consider it an impossible thing. However, my boot is very good. It has faster hit recovery, big extra gold number to tag along that 100%. That's why I been gambling out of nothing. I wasn't, now I am. And I have very high lightning and poison res. That's a very hard pair of boots to drop. I know that, but you don't need it. You don't need the mana, you don't need the faster hit recovery. Maybe using Berserk, but whatever. You don't need so much lightning resistance. So any flat 30% run with 12 plus lightning, 12 plus poison would cap me and make me run faster. But if I don't find it, I can do 73 resistance. That's not a problem. So why 2 manouts? I can leech more than enough with 1. I could use a Stone of Jordan here for extra stuff. I could use a flat magic 120 attack rating platinum ring. So far I found these 2 almost perfect platinum of the Locust, this and this. So I experimented this. 6% to deal with Diablo. Out of nothing you have 63. That's not a lot, but after I got stuck with the Saigon's Elm and that amazing 10 life leech. I don't need it. I don't need neither. This, if it was mana, I would be using. But since it is life, I don't need it. I can use it, it is nice, but I don't need it. If it gives me lightning and poison res, or I get one boot with 30 walking and lightning res and one mana leech with poison res, that's a possibility. But the intention of this very long, I don't usually make it so long videos, is showing that the barbarian, the whirlwind basis barbarian around Bond Snap is not only cheap but doable to level, farm, single player wise, Battle.net style as well, and it is safe. It feels a lot safer than doing that with sorceress. You don't need to be level 99. You can do angelics or something and you have gigantic attack rating, more than enough. But with budget stuff, you can aim to find stuff like that, a perfect prismatic amulet with the berserker prefix, with some strange to raise damage, and it's the Vulpini suffix, the Vulpini prefix, I think. Damage taken goes to mana. With that, I can take the Night Smoke Belt off, although 50% is way better, but you don't need more than enough mana to do one Whirlwind, and then you go back into Leeching. And now I have 7k attack rating and I can hit Diablo like it's the easiest thing to do ever. My resistances are not kept. I don't really care about that. One day I'll find a mana leeching ring, rare ring with attack rating and maybe 5% all resistance or something, and then it will be kept. But look how much life I have now. Over 3.5k, actually 3.6k, and with the battle orders 74 resistance at lightning and poison. I have, what happened? I have only, okay, I have almost 7k attack rating, not 7k. But I can still do my hard point battle cry that lowers defense by 56, and then I hit anything. So this barbarian is amazing. It feels amazing. I hate the Saigon's Elm looks. I really hate it. I don't think it's beautiful. The color does not match the armor. I wish I would be using the Saigon's armor only to match the static, but whatever. I have 14% mana leech. I have 17%, not 17, I have 10% now currently life leech. In this case that I removed the Eye of the Athlete, I could consider doing that. And then I would cap lightning. Now I have 16% life leech and 7% mana leech, and my attack rating got higher. That's why I saw the 7k before. And I have replenish life on both rings. sadly not an 8 here. Someday I'll find a perfect manual at Classic. I still haven't found one. I have mana damage taking goes to mana. I have a gigantic flat attack rating based on level. I have capped resistance, a great damage source, a piece that has crushing blow, or else I would be using the rattle cage or the goblin toe, and I would be walking slowly with goblin toe, and I would be getting monsters having fear with the rattle cage, so that's the best source of crushing blow. If I was using Bone Flesh, that has open wounds and that counters the replenishing life of champion packs that are immune to physical, that deals damage very slowly, but it's not meant to kill physical immunes with that. You counter the replenishing, and the poison damage on the Warm Skull also kind of counters that. So if I was using Mortal Defer, I could be using a perfect Emerald to tag with the 80 poison damage and have 180 poison damage over 10 seconds or something like that. That is a possibility. The reason behind my love for the Eye of Athlete, believe it or not, lies on the cold damage. It is my only source of cold damage, and I can freeze for a little amount of time using a non-rare weapon that can spawn with cold damage or have a perfect sapphire. So it feels like a Stone of Jordan socketed perfect sapphire when I'm using the Eye of Athlete. So I could be doing that, but if I do that, I lose the damage tank. It goes to mana, start using Night Smoke again. Not a bad idea, but that's it. You have more than one way to give a solution to the puzzle, but you don't solve all the pieces of the puzzle. So now I have a source of cold damage. I have a gigantic life leech, 23%. I have not as high attack rating as it could be, but you get my point by now. I feel safer with the Night Smoke against Mana Leechers, against Stormcasters, against Grand Vizier. And let me do the Battle Warders to double check resistances. I have almost 3.5k, and only poison requires to be capped that way. I'll wrap the video. It is the longest, I hope the only long video that I ever upload, but I think the Barbarian deserves that. It has been a blast to play that character. I have never reached so high level, so end game feel with that. I tested a bunch of items, a bunch of them. I tested that plus 5 extra resistance armor, I forgot the name. I use the hot pour against the Dragon Cold. I can eat hydras all day with that. That's the only moments that I use it. Now I kept my resistance with that, and I used to use this dual leech lightning resistance with some flat attack rating gloves when I was using the Asaurus combo. I never found the Hand of Brock, which is the unique option for dual leech. It is very good because it has 10% poison damage, poison resistance, and it helps you it helps you cap everything. You can go Tancred boots and amulet for magic find, if I'm not mistaken, and that's it. The barbarian is not only cheap, doable, workable, fun, it is diverse. I have 10, not talking to Portuguese. I have 100 hard points in strength in case I wanna use silks for the best battle orders ever. I could be using silk now, all times. I could be doing that, and maybe with better rare finds. But then you start jumping to the next tier, which is not using uniques. You start being very stuck up and say that uniques are crap, and then you have a new game where you have to find amazing rare pieces, but they have to match each other, and that takes a while. So thank you, please make a comment. That's the longest video ever. Subscribe, make a comment, say something. Okay, so I'm about to level. It takes so long that I wanna have that memory. So I've been farming a lot. In the end, I gave up using gold skin because although I prefer being frozen, not frozen, being slowed, I don't know how to pronounce this. He's banner burner, oh no, and teleporter. I need someone to hit me physically. I don't wanna use a potion, please hit me, thank you. Okay, let's leech. Oh, rare armor, nice. That will not count as a Chaos Sanctuary drop, although I'm very close. I don't know, I'll check the level. If River of Flame is the same level, I'll count it as. But this short video clip, I don't know what it is yet, is to tell that although I prefer gold skin most of the time, for the sake of physical immunes, I'll use Hawkmail for now. Since I do not require... Boy, can you level up, please? So close. Since I do not require all resistance in armor, I wanna test more leech with the bone flesh, but I haven't found... Yay, level 86. I haven't found any bone flesh at all since level 1, so I think that's kind of rare. Actually, any item in classic feels rare. Even when you find Saigon's pieces, it's like, whoa, Saigon's. Because they don't drop that often, like at a low G, so the drops feel so much more rewarding. Oh, talking about that, this is a physical immune. So, what do? We are already using our Hawkmail. Please, Oblivion Knight, let me deal with this son of a guy. I jump into him, I use the damn thing, War Cry. Is it War Cry? Battle Cry. And then, time to not be frozen while I'm killing a physical immune. Nice. I didn't even check if it was cold enchanted. I think it was. I found my very first sprint mail for the first time since I was playing this character. Dude, I'm level 86. That damn armor doesn't want to drop. It made me get so hyped that I'm recording the identification of a simple unique armor. There you go. I wanna test it right away, but I'm not high enough of a level. Almost perfect, 79. And it looks amazing, amazing. Well, there you go. Once I hit level 90, at least 90, I'll start checking how well I can freeze at hell. And when I have to face some physical immune that is code enchanted or something, I'll put Hawkmail on, I guess, since I'm already capped on the resistances thanks to my amazing boots. And amulet. Another immune. So it seems I'm gonna use a potion. Oh no. So every time I get slowed, that can happen. So I don't have the best lightning resistance,
What do you need?
but maybe I can deal better with that situation. That's one way. I still have to test Bunny Flash, but I haven't found one yet. There you go. Physical immune is that. Right after that one, this one. And this one is a problem. It is a mana burner. And it hits you with that thing. It can take your mana out. So, Stone Skin, Code Enchanted, immune to physical. Of course, Berserk can deal with that, but I'm frozen. I don't want to be frozen using Berserk. Okay, so this is the guy. I'm here with I don't know if he's a champion pack, special monster, a boss, whatever. He's mana burned, extra fast, and something else that I can't read because he's damn too fast for my reading abilities. Here it is this damn monster mana burn, and I'm using my come here. I'm using my no, stay still. Okay, I'm using my damage taken goes to mana amulet instead of my usual night smoke to test how is the gap, and I think night smoke is a lot better. But from regular monster I can get mana back and rewind again. But I wonder against monsters such as this dude. He's so damn fast. One hit burns all my mana. How can I do Berserk against him? So I'll try it now. And I'll probably won't manage. And then I'll maybe exchange into... Look at the replenish life on him. That's insane. I can't hit because I don't have mana. I think I'm not sure because Berserker requires some mana. 4. Maybe I can get to 4 via replenish and hit. After 1 mana pot I can hit him many times in a row, and he gets locked on faster hit recovery animation, and that is enough to kill. But I wonder, is there a better solution? Is there a piece of gear? If I had cold damage right now, I would be freezing him, not freezing but slowing. So this is one thing. Someday I might upgrade that weapon into a Martel de Fleur, but I would have to respec it, and I already respected once, so probably not. That's why I love so much the Eye of the Athlete. Don't know, dude. Don't know if we're gonna use 2 pieces, 2 combo pieces of attack rating. It is amazing to hit, but I don't wanna run past those physical immunes. I wanna kill them. Well, it seems it works. Here it is another one. He can mana burn me, and I need to hit him with Berserk, but when I kill all the mobs around him, he's not dangerous anymore. But when he's close to another mob, that's no fun at all. So I've always forgot to use the battle cry. I think it helps even if he's physical immune, because it lowers his damage, therefore it also lowers his mana burning, because he will do 4 times the damage he does to me to my mana, as long as I know. I wonder how Berserk hits even when I'm mana burned. This guy's mana burn, stone skin, extra fast, immune to physical, everything I don't need. But when I use the Berserk, do I replenish that fast? Nice, I didn't realize I replenished the mana so fast enough to, although he hits me for 0 mana, I very fast get 4 and can hit him. Interesting. Well, my armor choices are not good enough for this one. He's not cold enchanted. I don't really need to mana leech from him. He's not doing elemental damage. I'm trying to slow him, but the duration is very short, so I think for this particular one I need Bone Flesh, but I don't have it, and his replenishing life is very fast. I still haven't used a single potion, but look how much time I need to deal with such monster, and of course I can skip it. He's at River of Flame, he's not like Infector, Grand Vizier, or the Sales where I need to kill to unleash Diablo, but he's kicking my butt faster than I'm kicking his, I think. So that tells me that Saigon combo is a must if you're not using the Elm for some reason. Maybe want to turn elm for better battle orders or resistances. Maybe you found a GG rare with faster hit recovery, big life boost, and 2 big resistances. I don't know. But the gloves stays no matter what. I need that increased attack speed and 10% life leech is GG, so there is that. Too many body armor choices. I don't have space for so many side body armor. I gotta decide this quickly. Look at that. 2 in a row. I can't read what they are. Stone Skin, Lightning. Oh no, that's the other. Stone Skin, Lightning Enchanted. My battle orders is over. Stone Skin doesn't matter. Lightning Enchanted, Fire Enchanted. The other, Stone Skin, Fire Enchanted. Alright, Holy Shock that I can see. Okay, so let's get down to business. Since none of them are gold enchanted, both are fire enchanted and lightning enchanted. I don't need the hawk mail or the death sash to deal with them. It is fun. Well, I'm about to level, finally 87, so I ended up setting myself with 2 mana leeching rings, but only one is mana out. I finally found a platinum ring of the red with the max 5% mana leech that the game allows, which is not that different from the 7% from Manal. Manal is GG, I'll tell you that much. But that attack rating makes me a little bit more comfortable. I have 70+% to kill stuff. Without it, 70 sharp. But I only have almost 700 at my current level with the Saigons, so another 100 plus is as I was using a Cyrus combo or something like that, not the low Saigons. Hopefully I'll find another and replace that one to help further that little piece of the set. And at level 86, the Ice Blink armor works pretty well, but I think it can work better. So I'll wait to test it again once I'm at least 90. But I'll probably have it around 93 or something. So give me that level. Other than that, I want to level for the sake of attack rating, because it will help the level. The level will help the attack rating final equation, so only that is reason enough to me at least. Flawless amethyst, always fun. Laggy. Okay, very close. Why am I why so laggy? I'm recording a video, I can't be laggy. Please. Okay. Anytime now. Yes, the Oblivion Knight was all that I needed. It jumps from 73, I think it was 73 to 75. That's a big jump. That's a big jump indeed. Without it, it would be 73 now. So with that, 75, maybe 77 with another, and that's almost 80. So leveling is a good thing. So I cannot live without the Eye of the Athlete. I heard it has a hidden mode of freezing that is variable, so even if mine was perfect, it could not be perfect because of such mode, but googling information about classic is a nightmare. I can't know for sure, so I don't know what to do. I wish I had another source of cold damage. That's why I'm thinking intensively about Ice Blink. But without Ice Blink I'll have a resistances problem. So I cannot do that. If I go the route of a rare armor, I can cap 2 resistances. Let's say fire and lightning. Or even 3, because I need only 11 on lightning, so I can do a tri-res armor with fire, lightning and poison, and I don't care too much for cold. There is that possibility. If it is a very high defense ornate plate, even better, but I have low strength, so mage plate to have at least 400 defense, and then I would be done. The magic number of 400 vit vitality is indeed GG on the barbarian. I'm doing the hardcore spread where I do all vitality to be safe, but 100 hard points to use not only silks for eventual battle orders pre-buff, but that also raises my damage a little bit. It's not a bad thing, and I don't need more than 400 here. I could start from now on if I go to 93 strength points. Why not? And that's it, the currently final version of my very first high level whirlwind classic barbarian. I'm glad you all are interested on my thought process, on my intentions, my expectations, my testing, my hunting for items, my desire and preferences for some items like the Night Smoke Belt, my love for the Replenish Life mana leeching rings and or attack rating. The Cycles combo is unbeatable in my eyes. Even if I had the best GG rare with tri-res, faster hit recovery, 100% enhanced damage green elm, I would be using Cycles. That's super good. And this boots is very good as well. So that could be tri-res. That could be fire along those. And that would make me almost able to use Dark Glow for 80 all resistances. That is something. Thank you. Please make a comment about anything.